Hello and welcome to this moderately unknown gem, Fictorum. Um, Basic premise, you are this dude. You are the Fictorum. He's an archmage who was kind of betrayed, and at the moment where they thought they were going to kill him, he basically channeled everything he had at his disposal, which warped him away from his attackers and left him disfigured and corrupted. Corrupted is the term because there's a faction you can face in here which are entirely corrupted, and they're you'll see them. But your goal is basically to get revenge on the guy who made it his job to made it his goal to kill you, but failed when you did your grand magic thing. So I've played the game a bit. Abridged, me, classic, expanse. I'll just go with classic. I've unlocked a number of these. I haven't unlocked 4 of them, and I'll tell you what you need to do. I have to defeat the Grand Inquisitor as Firebrand and Starcaller. I have to defeat him on Nightmare difficulty or greater with a hardcore character. I have to defeat him as Twilight, Maelstrom, and Tempest, which I believe, yeah, if you see the gray border around some of them, I've beaten the game as those characters. So, like, I've beaten it as Tempest, but not Twilight, Maelstrom. And this one, as Firebrand and Starcaller, I've beaten it as Firebrand, but not Starcaller. And this one, as the Vulnerable on Nightmare difficulty, though we're not sure you'd want it. This is probably going to be the Vulnerable, considering that it doesn't require an element to unlock. But might as well try something that I haven't before, like the Starcaller. At least I haven't beaten it with it. I don't remember which ones of these I've played and which ones I haven't, because it doesn't exactly tell you. I have tried this one. I think you unlock this one by playing around Christmas time. Don't really care about hardcore. It's not necessary for either of those, and this is the one that one. This is the one I would be going for. You can click show inventory, and this is what this particular loadout will always start with. He will start with this spell, he will start with these runes, he will start with this equipment. If you click on someone else like the Chronomancer, you'll see that the spells change, the equipment changes, the runes change. So your basic loadout changes. I do wish you could customize the character more, and there is a way that you can here. You can change your accessory, no hood, hair, Santa hat. These say locked coming soon. I'm mostly playing this because this game is amazing. You can also recolor your character. I just wish you could change the look. I wish it had body sliders, you know. I'm playing the game because I want to get it some more attention. It is still in development. Like, it is released version 1 plus, but it's slow. And I believe that, you know, more attention, more interest might help to incentivize the developers. It's a great game, as you will see. Now, this character's starting spell is one that you normally don't get until pretty late in the playthrough. Between every one of these stages, you get a little bit of text here. And so I'm continuing the story by starting out. I get to choose, these are different factions. This is a corrupted attack. This is the outcast, another outcast. And you can basically see the path that you're going to take. As you go towards the boss, you'll see some light coming in from the left edge, and if it catches up to you, you have some really nasty fights that you're going to be facing. Also, you'll see the little lines that say where you can go. Like, I could go here and from here up to there, or from here down to here, but I cannot go from here in that direction. So it channels you where you will end up going. So I don't particularly like corrupted spells, but I think I have to go this path to get to the shop. And then these 2 unknown things, which goes to that unknown thing, leads me to another shop. So I'm gonna head this direction. Once you reach a new place, you get its text. Sometimes you just get to continue, other times you get a choice. The choice that you make, depending on the equipment you have, the spells that you have, it can all change. Now, my ability, Q, is a quick dash. You can see that it has a cooldown. It lets me teleport. It's a good way to get away from enemies. In the bottom left, you can see my health, my mana, my stamina. Now, I haven't played in so long that I don't really recall the maps. I don't remember this map and how it's designed. There are different styles of each one, so like every corrupted map is not going to look exactly like this. There are a few of them, and there are different starting locations based on what they expect you to do in that one. That beam is where I need to go to get out, but it's typically locked until you kill the enemies. Boom! One down. Oh boy. So, I don't... Oh, there's a tough one. He's moving. Stay there. Get you. Oh yeah, ouch. Ooh, explosives. Explosives hurt. Oh no, 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 no. Whoa! Those explode. Oh, I missed. Oh, it's pulling me into. Some of the corrupted will explode when they die. Others will not. My health stays down. You don't regenerate. So you want to avoid getting hit as much as possible. Also, with a long-range spell like this, you can usually take out enemies before they can see you. If you know that they're there. Some spells don't have that much range. Ooh. Die, 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 die. Okay. Also, the entire game is not foggy like this. Now, if you have not met the requirements to go through here, there will be a barrier around the teleporter, which there doesn't appear to be. But they also sometimes have hidden chests. And if you find those, you can get free gear and stuff. And because the game gets significantly more difficult as you go along, you want gear. You need new spells, you need new equipment. And so I think up here where I was fighting most of the enemies, there might be a chest in this direction. Usually they're hidden up at the end of something, or in little alcoves. There are a few maps that I've never found chests on, and this might be one of them. But between maps, you can find things that will heal you. And that's how you recover your health. Just run through the teleporter. So, found a substantial amount of essence. You can use this to buy stuff at the shops or to enchant the gear that you have to make it better. So I can do another corrupted one, but I don't like corrupted. So I'm gonna go, more corrupted, but it's a smaller one. So big corrupted, tough, small corrupted, not so tough. Also less rewards to go to small ones. Familiar for their soul, sounds of the corrupted. Yay! But it's a village, so this is where the real fun of the game comes in. Because most games don't allow you to do things like this. Oh, that's a statue. And then if you hold your right click, you can channel the runes that are attached to your spell. And you need to make sure you release, because if you watch the mana, channeling spells draws your mana. Okay, that guy exploded on his own. But if you run out of mana, it starts to actually take your health. I don't think he's dead yet. Okay, now he's dead. He's not flopping around anymore. This spell can be a little bit difficult to use, especially if... Oh, jeez. Especially if enemies are mobile. Ooh. Alright, that one gave me some equipment. That one teleported. My ability is not cooled down yet. Oh! Okay, I'm probably gonna get killed here. I got sucked into my own thing. Oh, good. So did he. Whew. Now, the reason why you don't want to go destroying buildings like this like crazy is you can get equipment and, more importantly, health potions from them if they're intact. And by letting the enemies or yourself wreck the village, you can lose out on healing, you can lose out on new equipment.
I can't use that.
Oh, wrong button. I think it's F? I don't know, I'd have to actually find another one. But, yeah, that's right. If you have something that you can activate, it will glow. Force door. You don't have to force the door, you can just run through it and your character will push it aside. But the thing is, you need to, like I said before, you need to gear up. And in order to gear up, you have to search buildings. Sometimes by destroying a building, you can get the items that were inside, but you will destroy the health potions. Things like that, however, you have to destroy these towers because that beam is locking the exit portal. Ooh. Okay, nothing glowing in here. I think there's supposed to be a key that I can press that will highlight things that are lootable. What are you doing? I hit a villager. Villagers will run and hide. It's not control. Alt. So if I hold Alt, I can see villagers are gray, enemies are red. If there's something like that little red glow there, that is either an enemy or a health potion. So it's way over there. I think in that undestroyed, I think there's 2 health potions in that building, which could very well save my life. Or it's 1. It's 1 potion and it glows a lot, but that's how you can find them. F. Ooh, 21 health. So that's how you find the portal out, which is really handy if you let the Inquisition catch up to you. I need more stamina. Unfortunately, I have not played in so long that I am playing really poorly. Also, it doesn't help that the Starcaller only has Meteor, because it has absolutely powerful as it can be, you usually have a lot of character benefits already stacked up by the time you earn it. So since I don't, it is slow to fire, slow to charge, small explosion radius, not much force to it. So it's a great spell, but it's a terrible starter spell. More essence, yay. Now, Devilor, the thing is, I can go back. So like I could go to the shop, and then I can go back to this Devilor place and see what I could loot there. And then I'd probably have to go back to the shop before I could go to one of these. Yeah, because you can see that this one can only go to the shop. So I'd spend a movement going here, then another movement going here, then another movement going here, and that lets them do a lot of catching up. Whereas if I just continue along the path, I can hit more places overall. So the benefit of going to the faction places is you can get new spells. And by getting new spells, let's see, this is one of those choices. So, Dr. Caro stole my brother's body. If you say this one, you go into the mission and you try to fight the named person, Dr. Caro. If you say this one, you basically turn them down. You might get a little bit of experience or essence or something like that, and then you just walk away and you can move on to the next place. Because I want spells, I'm going to go in. Defeat Dr. Caro. There's all the enemies. That blue thing up there is going to be something. That purple one is going to be something rare. And so I want to avoid, like, I can see this house has nothing in it. Also, holding Alt does drain my mana. You can see there's nothing in here. So I could destroy this house with impunity. There's nothing to lose. Oh god. He has an ice beam. And there's some villagers. Now, the music ramps up. I forgot I have new equipment. So this will show you what you have and what you're looking at. You just left click it to activate it. I also got concentrate. So for 99% additional mana, I can increase the damage and splash damage. I'm gonna throw that on there. So it means I can cast less of them, but I have over half again the radius. Okay, no enemies immediately, so there's a health potion on the second floor of that building. But if no one's attacking me, I can come in here and I can try to loot these. New gear. I can try to loot these and not have the building destroyed while I'm in here. So now I can check on the difference between what I'm wearing and these. Like mine, 2 physical, 1 magic resist. That one, 2 physical, 1 magic, but 7% mana and regeneration and 25% right rune initial power. So these two will be weaker to start. The effects that they have will have less of an impact on my spells. And this is your initial power meter right here. So if I equip that, you can see how these two shrank and it shot way towards this one, which means I'm going to have I don't know if the mana cost increases with that. I don't think it does. I think it just means that the charge, the initial size and damage have just been increased. And then I got a ring, but both of the rings I start with come with abilities. I would have to, I think disenchant gives you the spell back. So I don't care about any of those. If you disenchant like this, you get rid of it and you gain essence. Since I don't need this 20 health ring, I'm going to disenchant that too. And then I'm going to go to the next building. Oh, there's an enemy. Oh god, and it's a shield enemy. Get away from my building with the health potion in it. Looks like he's the only one. He didn't alert anyone else. So I can use my equipment on him again. Like so. And then go get that health potion. It's in the next room. Nope. Yes. Yes. No. There we go. Nothing up here except a tower. Alright, that anchored this dude. And he's just a melee person, so easy. Oh, my mana is so low. Devilor tend to do a lot of earth magic spells, and they summon these earth... They don't really summon, but kind of the lore behind them, I think, is that a lot of these people that you're fighting with Devilor are like constructs or golems. And so that's an actual dude. But the others that I fought, the sword and shield guys, and the ones who put up the little runic barriers, they were made of stone. So when I destroyed them, they didn't just die and ragdoll, they exploded into rock. Whoa! Yeah, I don't need that building anymore. So he just got hit with the rocks, and I make sure he's dead. I can now leave if I want to. I don't have to kill the other guys down there. But that would be an inadvisable strat. He just hit himself. That's something that you can do, as you can see. You can hit people with buildings. So there's still one person down there. And he is inside the building. So if I land a fireball right about there, or a meteor, he's gone. There. I can now leave. I warped through it. Continue the story. And there you can see the enemies catching up to me. Cautiously ventured a chubby turbaned merchant. Okay. So here, I could buy a spell. I could buy Cyclone. I hate that spell. That spell is terrible. Mana regeneration is nice. Ice damage doesn't help me at all because I have fire spells. These scrolls, like I just got this scroll, which is Phalanx. You put up a shield while channeling. I can sell it, which is the same thing as disenchanting. I don't think disenchanting costs you anything less. So I can sell it for 9 essence. I don't like Phalanx. Basically, you enchant these abilities onto your rings. And I already like the abilities that I have on those rings. Mana and mana regen. This I could buy for 17 essence. I have 66. And then down here, I can use these, I can buy these runes and use them. And so they're not always going to be the same. Like this persist is 33% with 266 and 238. This one's 43 with 466 and 301. So it has a higher cost, but it has a significantly, a 200% increased damage over time. This isn't going to affect my Meteor. My Meteor is just an instant damage. It has a damage over time multiplier, it has damage over time duration, so it can set things on fire, but that is not its main benefit. You can also heal at a merchant. So for 2 essence, which I think I'm going to do, I can gain some health. So I will buy that 3 times, bring myself down to 60, start out with a little more health here, and escape gets you out of there. So I'm going to hit one of these unknowns. You can get some really good stuff at the unknowns, or you can get absolutely nothing. So here I can lose 40 essence and choose a rare item, which means I can get something of my choice, which may completely turn around the run for me. Like Fire Beam. It would be good to have a new attack spell. Let's see, this one reflects an incoming projectile. There are enemies with bows. I am slower, but I have extra health and mana. These health, mana regen, and stamina regen, those are all good, but I may want this. It looks like it does very little damage, but that's because it's a beam. It just does constant damage as you hit people with it. Costs 25. Yeah, channel and incinerating beam. This armor actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. And then I'm gonna equip it. And then disenchant value 1. I will see if I can sell that for more at the next place. They're catching up further. Okay, lose 34 health, get a rare item. Lose 25 max health, get a unique item. Lose 16 max mana, get a rare rune. So I can get a unique item right now for dropping my max health to 125. I'm gonna do that. Nope. Okay. Spell range and speed. Speed is heavily important. 20% of the damage I take becomes mana. 20% to each rune initial power. Good. Physical and magic resist means I take less damage, so that kind of offsets the expense. It's got regens, but these are actually pretty bad boots. That is a nice spell, but I'm going to take these. So much better than what I'm currently wearing. Alright, now I have Outcast. Inquisition, I believe, is the one that typically does fire spells, and I'm running fire, so I'm going to go to them, which will let me go here, and then I can hit either Corrupted, but that's Corrupted also, and that's Corrupted. So that is basically the gist of it. From here on out, I'm going to, show some of the gains as opposed to running around rambling stuff. But I will get through to the point where I get to that boss. And yeah, it's a fun game. So you can see how that increase to spell speed from my pauldrons really helped. Okay. He gave me new gloves. There's one of those chests I mentioned. I got Fire Beam for beating that one, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. So these boots are actually not very good. They do give a boost to fire damage, which is great for me. They have the same physical resist. They lose the stamina regen, so I won't be able to run as often, but I passively gain 25% movement speed increase. Also, there is a way, I don't think it's in here, enchanting. So I think if I put the boots in there, I can extract the haste ability from them to get a scroll, and then I can put the scroll of haste onto new shoes later. If you can finish people off from a distance first, that is a good plan. You should always do that before getting in close, unless you are an up close and personal type. There are a couple of those, especially those big guys. Nefarium. That's actually a pretty good spell. This is this boss fight is one of the easiest ones, if it's the one that I think it is. And at the end of a match, once you beat the boss, you get to choose a reward. You always do. As you go through higher stages, you usually start getting unique items and legendary spells and stuff like that. That one sucks. And okay, 2 copies of the same. What? This one's worth more, so I'll take that one. I can sell it. And then you get to pick one benefit that is permanent through the run. So 25 stamina, movement speed, and jump height bonus. Mana after kill and mana leech. And then initial rune power. So you get enough of these, and you can start out at 100% rune power. Even if you have no gear, that increases your rune power. The thing about this game is that even after you beat it, you can continue the game. You can get through and defeat the Grand Inquisitor, and then you have the choice to continue playing with what you have. You basically start back over at stage 1, but you start over at stage 1 with everything you had when you beat the game. And so you can keep going, hoping for better equipment, better power, more of these. Anyways, the game is really well put together. It's really well designed. It is, like I said, unfortunately being slowly developed. And so I just wanted to bring a little bit more attention to it. The game is amazing, and I wish the developers the best. It is, as I said, in full release. And even they have a little splash screen when you start up that says, even though the game has been fully released, we are still developing content. They do say we are still actively developing content, but as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been an actual release of content since late 2019. I know in early 2020, after COVID started, I think in April, they released a news statement that they're still working on it. But COVID and stay-at-home orders and all that has made the communication and work between different people a lot harder and different than it was. And then in October or November of 2020, they released another thing saying we are still updating the game. But we're talking an update in 2019, then an update in April 2020, then an update in October, November 2020, but I don't remember an actual content update, just news updates. So I think if they had more interest, some things that help out with stuff like that is if you just wishlist the game. Wishlisting the game tells the developer how many people want to play the game, how many people are interested in playing the game. So if you wishlist the game, then that helps provide incentivization for them to continue development, to put their focus on it. If they're developing multiple titles at the same time, then you select, or you putting their game on a wish list says, you know, hey, this game has the most interest, maybe we should put more focus on it. So just thought I would give a little bit of gameplay for this and let people see what it is. I barely got to show anything. Twilight Maelstrom and the Ascended, meh. But the physics in the game are amazing. The number of character types, the number of base Fictorum classes that you can unlock is pretty high. And the differences between them is not all just gear and starting spells. Like one of them is immune to taking damage from structural objects and debris. So if you blow up a house, if you collapse a house in on yourself, you take no damage from it. Whereas that would kill my current character if I collapsed a house on myself. And there's one that has the ability to fly for a slow drain of mana. And so the different ones aren't just a different gear set, spell set. They're also completely different fundamentals in how that particular one plays. So if you're interested, at the very least, wishlist it. And it's currently $10, $9.99 on Steam. So anyways, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one. And I'm thinking of doing like the Avernum video. I'm thinking of doing some videos where I just pop in and show a game that people may not be aware of or haven't thought of in a while. And hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video.